What is up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today's video is going to be about what if Naruto was a son of Hagoromo. So we start the video off basically, hold on you guys. So we start the video off with Hagoromo making the 9 Biju as usual, until he realizes that if he just leaves the husk, then if he just has his brother have the husk, there's going to be, after he dies, someone could possibly obtain the Rinnegan somehow, and if that happens, they'll just revive the Ten Tails. So he needs to make a plan, something or someone, just in case, oh my god, just in case they need to stop the Ten Tails once again, even more powerful than the Ten Tails. So Hagoromo, with his chakra and the Ten Tails, as well as his mother's chakra that was still left around, he made a Ten Tails wolf. But this Ten Tails wolf was black, and yeah, basically that was it. It was a Ten Tails wolf that was black. But the thing about this one was it had, even though it had basically, the one thing about the Ten Tails wolf was, what should I say about it? Well, let's say the Ten Tails wolf was different. One of its eyes was blue, while the other was red. And, Hagoromo named all of the tail beasts until he got to Naruto and said, your name, it's going to be Naruto. Naruto looked up at Hagoromo and nodded. This is when we do a time skip, as it goes as usual. Hagoromo, taking the 9-tailed Biju. I know I should have said 10 Biju, but Naruto wanted to stay at his birth home. He moved all of them to where, the soon-to-be villages are going to be. And Naruto, he just trained. Because Hagoromo told him to. He trained so hard because his father told him to. He said there is another 10 tails, and just in case, you might need to be strong to beat him one day. Maybe not today, but one day. If it ever gets revived, then you're going to need the power to stop him, said Hagoromo to Naruto one day. But to Naruto, that was years ago. You go to Naruto's POV as he was sleeping. It had been years, and I mean years, since he last seen his brothers and sisters. And he was the first, and the reason why I'm saying, and Naruto was the first to be created. The reason why I'm saying this is because, he was thinking if he only made 9 Biju, then it would be uneven, and 1, it would be uneven. 2, my god. 1, it would be uneven. 2, he needs someone to be able to stop the Ten Tails just in case it ever gets revived again. And 3, he needs to have at least someone keep the Bijus in line while he's gone. As this normally would have been a job for Kurama, but he decided to give it to Naruto just in case just in case Kurama couldn't do his job for some reason. This is and Naruto, he took his father's words to heart. He trained so much that basically made he already made the normal Ten Tails Biju look like a mere ant in his presence. Not just that, he managed to make himself even bigger. So big that he managed to make himself bigger than even the normal Ten Tails. Not big enough where, basically big enough where he can, well, toss around the original Ten Tails in the Naruto series. Basically, that's how strong Naruto is. Not just that, he can be controlled by a Sharingan. You would need to have the Rinnegan, or heck, the Rinne Sharingan, if that's possible, to control Naruto. So basically, L for the Uchihas that would possibly try and control Naruto. What I'm saying is, L to Madara and L to Obito, you can't control Naruto. That's it. You just can't do it. Naruto also has the ability to have the Sharingan and the Byakugan. Because why not? He's the grandson of Kaguya and the son of Hagoromo, the son of Kaguya, and his uncle Homura, I'm bugging. So yeah, that's basically Naruto's backstory. Now, as I was saying, Naruto had been asleep for years, and I mean years. So to pass the time, he trained and slept. And as you know, like I said, he trained so hard where he made the original Ten Tails in the Naruto series look like an ant compared to a mountain. But that was really it. But once Naruto's training was done, he just slept all day and night because he didn't want to go outside. This is when Naruto started hearing about, because Naruto, where he is, he has pretty good hearing, and not just that, the humans can be pretty loud. So you heard the term of Jinchuriki, a human sacrifice, where they would sell Biju and humans and basically hunt down the Biju host. Normally, Naruto would have gone and done something about that, and he did when he first heard about it. When he first heard that someone had turned Shikaku into, when he had heard someone turned Shikaku into a Jinchuriki, Naruto had finally went outside to try and kill the Jinchuriki, but before he could, Naruto's training hadn't been all that complete, so he was defeated, and he had a massive scar over his red eye. Also, if you want to know where Naruto's red eye is, I'm going to show you in a little bit. Okay, what's up guys? So this is basically how Naruto looked, with one blue eye and one red eye. Naruto, just imagine Naruto has black hair, and that's it really. Okay guys, I'm back. So yeah, that's basically how Naruto looked. Naruto had got a giant scar on his red eye, but he can still see with his red eye. But since Naruto got that scar, that only made him more angry, and he managed to kill the person and not give him the scar. But Shikaku's Jinchuriki had already gotten away, so yeah, that was basically a failed mission. And if he were to go back, and if he were to go to Shikaku, people would know of his existence, because he had heard of a man named Hashirama Senju collecting the Bijus. And since he didn't want to be one of the people to be collected or forcibly taken by Hashirama, he went back to he went back to where he went back to where he was birthed and or well created. So yeah, that's basically it. He went back there and never came back. He just never went outside after that. So, and that's also the reason why Naruto pushed himself even harder in his training. So yeah, back to the story. We now go to where Naruto is sleeping as he senses a bit of chakra that feels a bit familiar to him in a way. He senses this chakra as he gets up, his eyes are open and fully awake. And he senses that this is Kurama's chakra, his younger brother, so something must be happening to him. Wow. Must be happening to him. So he quickly gets up as Naruto is a bit angry because he hasn't gotten to feel his sibling's chakra or seen him in a while because of the humans. So he's angry and he's letting it and he's letting that out. As soon as Naruto steps out of well where his birthplace is, he quickly went to Kurama. If you're wondering how he managed to get out, because I said he makes the normal Ten Tails look like an ant in comparison. Naruto, like many other, like the other Bijus, can control his size and can shrink. So yeah, that's how Naruto is. Naruto ends up going all the way to the Leaf Village to see that his brother is attacking this human village. But he looks more like an animal attacking the village, not saying anything. And Naruto knows his brother. He wouldn't attack any humans without a reason. Not just that, if Naruto really wanted to, he could have destroyed any of these villages with one attack. And the reason why I won't have Naruto do that is because his father told him to like give humans a chance, and basically they'll come around someday. So basically that's honestly why Naruto didn't really kill the humans. He just, because his father had told them to give them a chance, and Naruto is a very forgiving person. But anyway, back to the story. Naruto, seeing his brother attack this human village like an animal, senses that he's under control of his control of the Sharingan. And Naruto had seen his brother and sisters be controlled by Sharingan user before. Indra had controlled them, his human brothers, so he wasn't. But when his human brother had controlled them, had controlled his siblings, he wasn't all that mad, but he was still pretty mad that he would do that. But, back to the story. Now, sensing that his brother is under a genjutsu, which the humans would call it, he quickly runs to his brother and punches him right in the face. Everyone seeing this is shocked that there is another Biju, and it just punched the heck out of the Nine Tails, as one of the ninjas that were there had counted this strange other Biju's tails. As he was shocked, he said, "It's a 10 tails," said the man as he went he went to go and quickly inform the Hokage as he saw the third and told him about this. Later on, Hiruzen would tell Minato and Jiraiya about this. As we go back to Naruto is fighting the Nine Tails as the Nine Tails is fighting back, still trying. Half of Kurama is trying to take control of his body, and the other half is doing what the masked man had told him, basically Obito, to destroy the village, but he never really told him to defend himself. So that's what he's kind of doing. So that's what Kurama is kind of doing. He's not just defending himself and also trying to destroy the village. While Naruto is just easily beating this man. He's basically toying with Kurama at this point. So yeah, that's it. Naruto then sees chakra chains go around his brother and sees a pretty big toad appears on his brother as Naruto just looks at this suspiciously before seeing a old man summon the Shinigami and sending half and what looked like to be putting his brother into a young child, while the other one, seeing half of his brother being put into a child and the other half being put into another child. Naruto is confused, and then he realizes that this is how Jinchuriki are made. So Naruto then stares at the third Hokage as the third Hokage turns his head, looks Naruto right in the eyes as he sees the Rinne Sharingan. Not Konoha didn't just feel Naruto's chakra while he was attacking the Kyuubi. Every single village in the world felt Naruto's chakra. The whole elemental nations felt Naruto's chakra. Not just that, the moon turned into the Rinne Sharingan while Naruto was basically fighting Kurama, as that is how it would get when Naruto was pretty mad. So yeah, that is what would happen if you basically pissed off Naruto. This is when Naruto looks at a nearby tree, sensing someone, a low chakra, lower than his at that. He looks and sees a blonde-haired man with blue eyes, kind of giving him a glare. As Naruto glares right back at the man, in a way that says, "Try me, I dare you." So Minato flashes away and leaves. Naruto turns away and also leaves. We do a time skip where we now go to Minato's perspective as he is in the council room, as he looks at the council coming into the room. Minato then says, "Okay, this council is in session. Tell me, how many casualties do we have?" Well, because of that other Biju that suddenly appeared, not that many. Not that many of civilian casualties, and not that many of ninja casualties. Just, well, very little. Because apparently that the beast appeared pretty fast. This is when the meeting normally goes as planned, as they talk about the village rebuilding itself unto the village until it goes on a completely different matter. When Danzo raises his hand, as Minato says, "Speak, Danzo." "Hokage-sama, what about the other Biju?" said Danzo. "What about it?" said Minato. "Don't you think it's gonna come back and try and attack the village?" said Danzo, as this had got the civilians whispering. "So what about it? We can't stop it. If we don't know anything about that Biju, the only thing we know is it has 10 tails and a Sharingan like Dojutsu in its eyes," said Minato. "Then we should find it and seal it, Minato, before any other nation finds it." "And what do you suppose we do, Danzo, when we do find it? Seal it? And who? We don't know who can hold the Biju, and it has 10 tails, meaning more than 9 tails. And it clearly today made the 9 tails look like a child to an ant. If the 9 tails can destroy the village, having a little bit of trouble, having at least a little bit of trouble, then that means that the 10 tails could easily destroy this village in one attack if it wanted to. And all it would take is one attack. And even I can clearly see that, Danzo," said Minato. "So then what do we do to stop that Biju from coming back here again?" "Don't know. I honestly don't know. But as far as I know, we should leave it alone until it decides to come back, or at least come out of wherever it's hiding," said Minato. As Danzo had other plans in his mind. But this is where I'm going to end off the video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe if you want. So I'm going to see you guys later. Goodbye.